Hello, today is the 27th of April 2020. Time is 11 a.m. on a Monday. It's just after the Anzac Day celebrations over the weekend. Today we have a Tamiya Avante Mark II mini four-wheel drive kit that we have bought from the Tamiya headquarters itself in Shizuoka, Japan. In December 2019. So this Avante model features a double shaft motor, so it has a midship layout, which means that it has the motor mounted right in the middle of the chassis. It is a 132 scale mini four-wheel drive Pro Series number 14. So it's quite easy to build. There's no glue required. It just needs some tools here, a screwdriver, cutting tool, and the batteries to power the motor. This is a preview of what it looks like. The three parts to the chassis: the front, the rear, and the midship. And that's where the motor is mounted. And I think there are two drive shafts going to the back and to the front. So it says here ABS resin body, dark blue, ABS resin chassis, black and light grey, and it has an efficient four-wheel drive with central double shaft motor, and it has a three-part chassis featuring easy attachments and detachments and a gear ratio of 4:1. This is one end of the view. Let's open it up. Yes, so right from the start, this is a free model that we picked up in Shizuoka. I think it is a Japanese samurai that we have. It was free. It says commemorating your visit up here. Commemorating your visit. So we got this for free. Just close up what it looks like. Put this aside. Let's have a coffee first. So this is the receipt of what we purchased. You can see that there are two items here. One is 1,210 yen, and then the other one is 1,100 yen. So the first one is actually another mini four-wheel drive kit that we bought, which is for Daniel, and it has a Panda. So it's a red color model car, and that was the first item. The second item is the price of this Avante Mark II at 1,100 yen. So I think this is a discount using some vouchers, and then there's another further discount using some other vouchers because we purchased other stuff in our visit to the Tamiya factory. And all in, I think it ended up being just 510 yen, which we paid in cash, and then that's the final receipt. This is the building manual or assembly manual in Japanese, English, German, and I think French as well. So we'll be following through these steps 1, 2, and so on, starting with putting up the stickers on the cover to the end, where we will be, I believe, putting in the battery and so on. And then we have some notes of how to operate, how to build, and how to operate. I love these instructions because they're drawn in this very cute, lively little images. Reminds me of what I've seen in my childhood days when I was only 10 years old or so. This is the English version. So there's cautions when assembling the model, and cautions when using the model, and cautions when using the batteries. Okay, put this aside. Let's look at the parts inside. This is the cover, body cover. This is the mid chassis, I think. Then these are the tires. Another pack. I think these are the mounts. These are the mounts of various portions. The rear, and I think the gear, the motor mount up here. This must be the front portion, and this must be the rear portion. These are the wheels, and then these are the electricals, which are the contacts for the batteries, some washers and screws for the wheels and motor. These are the various gears and wheels for the motor and the corners of the car. And of course we have a basic motor, electric motor. It's probably a Mabuchi Japanese motor, nothing special. And these are the two drive shafts that will connect to the front and the rear, I'm sure. This is some grease for the gears. There's another spare one. Finally, these are the nice decals that will be used to decorate the car. Not much left here, I think. Okay, let's start with the very first step in the instructions. So we're now at step 1, and we will use the body, obviously. So it does specify a certain number of paints over here. TS51, X11, X18, X31 and XF56. I'm sure some of these Gabriel have, and they're all indicated here at the various sections of the cover. So there's things like blue, silver, glossy black, gold and grey that goes into the various bits. I guess we can paint them a bit later. Now I'm not interested in painting, but I guess color wise it will look more like this instead of just a plain blue color like this. But let's just go forward. So basically step 1 is all about painting all these things really, which I won't be doing for now. Let's just skip to step 2, which is about putting the stickers themselves. number 7 and 8. Start with the difficult ones, I guess. The ones in the middle. The black and the blue isn't making it easy to work with. So this isn't one of the best applications. It's moved off to the left this side. Let's see, no problems. It's not too big a problem. Let's see, this is down on this side. Okay, this is done a little bit better. Say the least. Okay. Okay, it's the black of the cockpit. Okay, let's do the number 2 in front. Skills are terrible. They're off. Never mind. Just do what we can. Just do 17. Okay, that's pretty good. Let's do number 9. Where's number 9? This one. Okay, it goes around, I guess. Yeah, it goes around this way. Okay, and then we have a little Mark II here, just below it. This one looks a bit too much. It overflows a bit. be fine, I guess. There you go. Looks pretty neat. Let's do the number 4 over here. Number 4 is a bit tricky because it's like deep in there. Okay, not that great application. Okay, then there's a 15, which is over here. Oh, this one, the shape looks complicated. Wow. Okay. Wow, this is not easy. You just start from this tip. Actually, best to start from the smallest corner and then align the rest of it with it. More or less like this, I guess. Yeah, it's not too bad. This one, yeah. I think we're done with this side. Let's do the other side. This time I want to start with the one inside, number 5. Okay, slightly better, I guess. This one, number 5, slightly done better than the other one. Okay, not bad. Let's do this Avante piece. Do it from this small corner here. Okay, goes over. This is quite good. Yep, this is not bad, not bad. Mark 2. This is number 12 over here on the side. Where do we do this? Okay. So these stickers are alright in terms of stickiness. You probably don't want to touch them with your fingers too often and have to readjust too many times before the stickiness fades out as well. Just keep in mind. Okay, not bad. This one. Okay, let's do this one below. That's 16. This one is pretty high. Okay, finally got it there. And then just rub it around the sides so it goes underneath. I don't know why. This is probably a good one, good application of it. Yep. Okay. Oh, it looks like they're 18 and 19 over here, but we'll do that later. Let's make sure we get everything here on the sides. Oh yeah, okay, we're done. So 18 and 19 are these two silver ones, really. For the wings. So this one goes this way. There, that's pretty good. There's one for the name. I won't do that because I'm not going to take this out with lots of other owners, and I have to identify it like in a race environment. I'm not going to race this, of course. It's just I'm just building this and just collect it because it was my childhood dream to have the 1/10 scale of the Avante, 1/10 scale, which was a very nice model back then during the 80s. I'm sure things have developed much better since then. Okay, so we're done with the main one. Let's do the rear wing. We define it. So that's part 20, I think, or 2, whatever. Anyways, this it's not too difficult to identify. Let's cut it out. So normally when I did all these models when I was younger, I would have filed these as much as I could. I'll just use my fingernail and smoothen it instead. For now, not a big deal, I think. Also because I don't have a file handy here, don't have the time for it. It would have been a needle file that I can use to file these off. Not gonna do that now. Okay, let's go with the stickers. Go with the big one in the middle. Okay. Okay, that looks good. Okay, let's do the Tamiya sides. Over here. Another good one. Applied. Almost good. The other side. Yes, pretty good as well. Good. Let's check the stickers. Seems to be one more for somewhere. This is number 20. I can't seem to find it anywhere here. Doesn't look like it fits anywhere anyway. Kind of weird. There's a Tamiya, big Tamiya sticker somewhere. Doesn't seem to fit anywhere. It has a little notch though. I can't find where it should fit. So we just leave it alone. I think it's an alternative to this one. I like this one though, it matches the rest of it. So I'm going to put it in. This, and I think number 2 is, oh yeah, one more. There's one more piece here for the front. In beautiful. So this is used to put it into the chassis, lock it in. Okay, let's go to step 3. Step 3 is about building the front portion with the wheels, tires, and stabilizers as well. So let's take it out. Here, so this is the front unit. Let's cut it out. Okay. Front unit, you need obviously 2 sets of wheels and tires, so let's get them. One, 2 tires and 2 wheels. Oh look, and different sizes. That's cool. So we're looking for B1s, so that smaller wheel depth than the rear ones. Okay, let's install these first. Okay, so these are the rear wheels, rear tires, because they're thicker. So they're meant to go with the rear wheels. These are the thinner ones. That's cool. Let's take them out. One tire. Two tires. Great. Let's trim this off a little bit. Install the tire into the wheel. One, 2. Okay, cool. So now let's put the washers and the gear and then the drive shaft itself. So these are the drive shafts. Take one of these. You need this pack here. So we need the orange one, which is this. It needs to go through here. Together with A5s. So let's look for the A5s. So these are the A5s. These are plastic washers, which I'm sure there are upgrade parts available. But we have to make do with these instead for the basic kit. So let's run through, first of all, no, let's get this one first and make it go through the wheels. One wheel first. So we need to lubricate this one, which is a bit hard. Wow, that's not easy. Let's make it go through here first, and then let's say we go through one wheel first. Before we put some grease into this guy. Cut the grease out. Just gonna put a little dab of grease into this guy. They're quite stingy with the grease though. It's not a lot. Whoa, that's too much. Okay, that's just right. And then one of these washers through it, so it touches the grease, and it goes through here. Before that, let's make it go through the middle gear, like so. Before it goes to the other side. So there you go. That's how it fits. Okay. So now we need the second one. Oh, the washer first. On the other side. We have to fit in. And then we take the other one. It's one of these gold things. And then we put the grease first before we put the other wheel in. Oh. Okay, I think that's enough of grease. And then we put the other wheel in. Whoa, 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 whoa. Nice and easy. Yep, it's pretty good. There you go. Done. Okay, so that's almost done with the front. We just need to put the stabilizers here as well. So those go with washers, and they're called guide rollers. So there are two of them in front, two of them at the back. So start with this one and a bit of grease on this. I probably won't put the grease on this one. I'd rather put it on the transmissions instead, because I don't really need these guide rollers, because we're not going to be putting it through the track, so you don't really need much of a lubrication for these guys. This is going to put them straight in. Anyway, they come with pretty good screws, metal screws with a bit of a smoothness to it anyway. Okay, so I think that's the front unit completed. Yep. I'm not going to lubricate this gear yet until we get the rest in. Okay, let's go to step number 4. Step number 4 is about building the rear unit. So more or less the same parts involved. Let's put this aside. Let's get the tires. Get the tires and the wheels. One wheel, 2 wheels. Mount the tires onto the wheels, like so. And the other tire, they're really rubbery tires, so they really have a lot of grip, I suppose. So let's get the rear unit, this black piece, out. Okay, so same thing, put the shaft through with all the various pieces. A bit of grease here. To this guy. Get the other washer. This piece. Other piece. So washer here. And another orange gear. Orange gear. Through it. Let's put the gear in the middle. And it through. The other side. There's the other washer. Here. Okay. And this piece as well. Let's put the grease again. Oh, dropped out. Oh, dropped out. Let's put it back again first. Okay. Oh, I think I've got it wrong here in the first place. Yep, wrong direction. Take it out, put it in, the other way, then the washer, and through, and through here, and then the washer again, and then this one, like this. Let's put a bit more grease again, because I messed up a bit there. Whoa, too much grease, too much grease. Oh, okay, just touched it a little bit, that's fine. Oh, more than enough, more than enough. Okay, let's put the wheel in finally. These are really tight. And to be apply force evenly. Oh, it's quite tough to fit in. Oh, the plastic is bending even. I wonder if I got the right parts. Yeah, they are the right parts. Why don't they fit? It's kind of weird. The metal piece should really go into the washer here. Don't know why it's not really doing it. Unless it's different plastic washers. No, A5 and A5, they're all the same. Did I got the wrong A5 out? Oh yeah, I did. That's 1. And I don't know what the 1 is for. It's definitely not meant to be here. So let's take it out. These plastic ones are 1s, whereas we should be using the 5s. Luckily I didn't just ignore it. So these are the bigger ones, I'm sure. And these should be the right ones instead. Let's put them through. I'm sure, yeah, see, it fits much better. So let's put the 5 back. And this gold piece, and the wheel. And this time around it should go in pretty well. Yeah. Beautiful. It does play a bit to the side still, but we'll adjust that as we go along. Let's move on. Let's put the stabilizers or the rollers at the back as before. Okay, so that looks like the rear done. Good. Let's move to the next step, which is number 5. So number 5 is about building the center unit with the electrical contacts for the battery and so on. So let's get the rear unit, the center units. This is what it looks like. I think I need to chop off this one at least. Okay, just trying to orientate myself here, trying to figure out which way is which. Okay, so it aligns this way according to the diagram here. So we need to get the battery terminals from this packet here. The battery terminals. Okay, there are various pieces. I have to figure them out. So it looks like this is this, and I think it's this piece like this at the rear. Let's do the rear ones first. Rear terminal. Somehow they're supposed to like click in. I'm sure. There you go. And the other one, click in as well somehow. It should be held by the motor, I'm sure. Let's do. Okay, so it says to put the switch. So that's the on-off switch. It's A3. Over here. It's a small little switch though. So where does it go? Oh, okay. Let's do the so that's the front, and that's the rear switch terminal for the front. Let's do the front first. So this here. This is the other one. The switch terminals need some kind of lubricant, I don't know why. Oh, okay, it's over here. Let's not do that now. I have to find out why they seem a bit loose though. They don't seem to click in very well. Okay. This one is like coming off. Okay, looks alright. Let's put this little switch, which is super small. There. So from the bottom, it's supposed to like twist it this way, then it makes contact with these two, and then it forms this electrical circuit powering it. This one doesn't seem to want to hold very well. Let's find out how we can like secure this. Switch is coming off quite easily. Definitely want to put the motor in to secure it. Okay, let's move to step 6. Step 6 has to do with the motor. To put the pinion gear and the mounts, and then finally put it on the chassis. So the 2 purple gears needed. This motor for the front and the back. Side. Oh, this looks pretty cool. And then we need to get an A9. So here, I guess it's to allow you to make sure that you push it in just right. In the right depth on both sides. You don't need it anymore. See? Okay. So that's done. Now you're supposed to mount it between A4 and A7. is 4. And where's 7? 7. Okay, so contacts on this side, A4 on this side. So it comes out this way. Okay, and the other one goes this way, over it. There you go. And then you're supposed to put grease at both ends after you mount it into the chassis. Okay, let's put it in first. So what happens is that there's 2 little contacts. Touch the 2 contacts here. That's how it gets its power. There, snapped it in. Great. That's how it looks. Alright. So the metal contacts for the battery. And then if you look below, this one is a switch that makes it push in, and then there's a circuitry, and then it powers through the 2 terminals that we saw here at the bottom. So let's put some grease for these, because they're obviously important gears. There you go. It should be very good. Let's move to the next step, step number 7. Step 7 is about putting the cover and then the 2 differential gears, or just basic gears, to connect them up. So let's see how this is done. It says get this blue one, get a little drive shaft here, and then the A, that was the A that we put wrongly, and then this goes in here, so it sort of moves it in the middle like that. And it says give a little bit of grease into this guy. Come on, grease. Whoa, whoa, whoa. Okay, that's quite a bit. Let's push it through another way. And push it in, back again. There should be a lot of grease already. And put one at the front, like this. There you go, beautiful. We put some grease later on. Let's just put the other one first before we put more grease into the gears. This time around I'm going to put the grease this way before I put that A1 piece in. Okay, so this is how it is on the rear side, which is easy. Okay, so it's looking good. This is how it works. Okay, I'll put the grease just before you put the cover to cover it up. Okay, but let's cut that cover piece out first. Okay, so let's figure this out. So again, this is the one side, and this is meant to go this way, cover it down. So this is the last part. We should put a bit more grease onto these gears before we lock down. If I can squeeze, whoa, that's a bit, oh, come on. Okay, get the grease out. And then here as well. That should be fine. And then we put the cover in. Well, it's not easy because there's a tab here. It doesn't want to go in. Okay. Okay. It's not in. Okay. Okay, beautiful. It's locked in now. So all that is well held together because of this top piece here. So you can only see the gears from the bottom here, which I guess you can put more lubricant and stuff. Okay, so there's one more piece from here. Looks like it's meant to go into here. I don't know what this is. Some kind of like a thing where you use to secure the batteries. Yeah, it's a battery bracket kind of thing, so that the battery doesn't fall out. It's quite a tight fit. Yeah, like that. Okay, so that's step 7 completed. Let's go to step 8, which is basically putting the rear and the front units together. So let's do the rear unit. Supposed to just simply snap in. So this is where we should put a bit more grease here before we connect the rear and the front units together. So simply just snap in. That's it. That's the rear done. Let's do the front unit. Beautiful. So it just snapped in. So all that is contained from the top and from the bottom as well, because of the 2 units at the front and at the rear. So it's quite good because you can easily access the drive shaft and the gears to maintain them if you want to. See, it says you can detach by pushing 2 blocks here. So you can actually press this and then pop the rear and 2 brackets here, and then you can pop the front unit down as well if you need to maintain them. And that's really it. Before we install the batteries and then cover it up. Okay, so we need to take out this cover again to put the batteries in, and then cover it back on, switch on, and then it will go. And this is the cover. we get the one last piece out that's used to hold the cover from the back here. So let's cut this last piece out. And let's install some batteries. Oh, good. Looks like it's meant to just hold there. That's cool. And battery here. The battery here. Snap in. Wow, that's cool. It's definitely easier to operate compared to the basic models like the Panda one. Then this is where you place the front, and it just fits in nicely to the rear like this. This thing is just used to lock it in, and it looks like exhaust, kind of like a decoration as well. Pretty cool. And there you have it. That's the Tamiya Avante Mark II completed. Almost completed. It doesn't have the paint here, and then the sides and the back here, I'm sure. But it will do for now. Okay, let's test it out by turning on the switch here and see how it goes. You ready? So that should lubricate it a little bit. So there you go.